Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sockweb Studios, brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mulson's The Missing. Mike Wagner Show is also brought to you by Illuminiptical, the think tank of the future. Visit illuminiptical.com today at facebook.com/illuminiptical. Also brought to you by Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of David, now on Amazon. Go to keyword Serena Wagner. David Sweet Psalmist on Amazon. Make sure you check out today. And also brought to you by Hayitan Music. Check out her latest and coming up on August 25th at hayitanmusic.com. We're here with an amazing gentleman here who is a viral 16-year-old country sensation. He's also an emerging artist, born and raised in New Hampshire, and now currently living in the Tampa area. He was with there at the time as well. He began his career at 12 singing in front of family, an impromptu family talent show. Later, his dad bought him a Taylor guitar, not a Taylor Swift, so he'll get more into that. And also he'll play in his church band as well. He moved to Tampa to further his career with shows and a media presence. Also released 8 singles in 2022, numerous followers on social media. We'll be talking about his brand new hit, Think About Me, now playing on all the social platforms. Live, ladies and gentlemen, Plus Studios in beautiful downtown New Hampshire, the amazing, viral, and emerging 16-year-old country sensation with his hit, Think About Me, the multi-talented Malachi Gagnon. Malachi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you on board as well, too. So you're emerging and viral 16-year-old country sensation, born and raised in New Hampshire. You began your career at 12, singing in front of family, an impromptu family talent show. Later, dad bought you a Taylor guitar and also playing a church band. And you have you were in Tampa a while back to further your career with shows and some shows, media appearances, and you also released 8 singles in 2022. You had a lot of things going, numerous followers on social media, and you had some songs like, Summer Love, Haunt My Dreams, No Thanks to You, and more. And we'll talk about your latest, Think About Me. And before getting all that, Malachi, tell us how you first got started.
Yeah, like you said, I was doing a kind of family talent show thing that it was so thrown together last minute with a family that we've known for my entire life.
Oh, wow.
During during the pandemic, we were like, all right, we're gonna just having some fun, trying to take our minds off. And at that time, I had started playing the guitar because I was bored. I was like, what else am I gonna do? So I had this plastic like Walmart guitar, and I was like just playing it and learning some chords, but I had never sung to that day in front of anybody other than my shower head and soap bottles. But yeah, other than that, no one had heard me sung, and so I sang in front of them, and they were really supportive of it. They were like
Wow.
surprised in a way. I was like, okay, like okay, we can, I think if they like it, which they were a little over supportive, but that's fine. Give me the
It's good to
confidence.
be supportive, not under supportive, not just supportive, over supportive. I think that's a really good thing for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it helped me be extremely confident in my ability to sing. And so I put a lot of time into getting better, working on it, taking some lessons, and now I've been doing it for 5 years. It's
Wow,
pretty
amazing.
pretty
Yeah,
nuts. Yeah.
yeah, you got off to a head start as well, too. And besides being an impromptu family talent show, what was that other precise moment that simply influenced you into what you do in the rest of your career?
Yeah, I released my first song Craving Me as kind of an experiment, almost not like a full, but just like I want to do music, but I had only done covers up until that. And I knew that I didn't want to do just covers. Like if I did anything, I'd want to be my own
Hmm.
artist, write my own music, because I always had a passion for writing. So I wrote a song called Craving Me, and I put it out there, and the reception was really good, especially for a first song.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
a lot of my friends at school played it repeatedly in their pockets, and so I think that's what tricked the algorithm, sorry, into thinking like, okay, people like this kid, so I
I,
threw it in
I
front of some more people.
you have to teach me how tricking algorithms. How do you exactly do that? Sometimes I try to trick mine, but then it's just like they throw a trap in there. It's like, how do you trick those algorithms?
It's nuts. I'm still learning. I have no clue what I'm doing on social media. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what's going on Instagram. I just kind of guess. I throw stuff at the wall until it sticks, and so
Hmm.
my friends like just played it. I'm assuming that's what happened because I didn't think I had a big enough following for that many people to listen to my song. So like off the bat, and I was extremely excited about that. And I'm like, okay. And so I released my second song, Psychopath, and I think the second that dropped, I was like yeah, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I'd always had like a passion for music, but at this point, that at that like exact moment, I was like, all right, we're doing this forever.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds amazing as well, too. You're not a psychopath, I can tell you right now, or just get the point as well, too. And also your dad bought you a Taylor guitar as well, too.
Yeah, he did. It's I forget the specific make of it, but I love Taylor guitars. I have two up in my room right now. The first guitar I got, I still use it. I played it at a show I did in Tampa, which was really cool. And yeah, it doesn't just sit on my wall. I make sure of that.
Oh my gosh, that's something. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, songwriters, and musicians growing up?
Growing up, I listened to a lot of kind of like country of the time, so not like older stuff, but a lot of kind of like that older Morgan Wallen stuff that he was doing in like the earlier 2000s, 10s, well, 2010s. Luke Bryan. I liked a lot of Shawn Mendes's stuff, which is where like the pop aspects of the pop country come in, and he influenced me a lot. And I listened to some worship music, so a lot of like elevation stuff. That's like really, just being in church helped that. And so I'd say mostly country music.
Okay.
A lot of artists from that kind of like whatever came on the radio. Love Kane Brown. That was another huge influence on songs like "Without You" or "On My Mind."
Hmm. How about Chris Stapleton and Taylor Swift?
Oh yeah, I love them. I'm not the like biggest fan. I'm not a Swifty, but
I'm
I
not
do.
either,
You
so join
can't.
the crowd.
You have to give her respect though. Like
Right.
no one does what she. I mean, no one's doing what she's doing. She's phenomenal. And Chris Stapleton's probably one of the greatest singers out there right now. And he's just, I mean, amazing, incredible voice. I remember listening to Broken Halos on the radio.
Oh, I love that song,
It's a
Broken
beautiful song.
Halos. I don't want to sing it, to be honest with you. I don't want to ruin you right now. So
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Great singer.
Yeah, and certainly did as well too. And you're about to make your mark along the lines of Chris Stapleton, Taylor Swift, and a bunch of those with "Think About Me" and more of your songs with Malachi Gagnon. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundCloud Studios. Visit online at SoundCloudStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SoundCloud Studios is the answer. SoundCloud Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@soundwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor, the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author, me and Melson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by me and Melson Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those who love be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by me and Melson Zia has got great reviews in every level enjoyed by Howard celebrities, including Jordan Constantine, Forbes, Riley, and Eminem. So grab your copy today for Goals Missing by me and Melson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by our brand new sponsor, Elliptical, the think tank of the future that brings scientists and engineers together from all over the world. They've created a method to construct a renewable generator with this in mind. This unique product offers a closed loop system that generates more energy internally that needs to function. The extra electricity can be used to run everything from homes and power grids to phones and laptops. This power source is entirely renewable, highly scalable, more importantly, self-regenerating. Check out the Illuminipical at facebook.com/Illuminipical. That's facebook.com/ELLUMENIPTICAL today. Also, Mike King David, including 30 exquisite paintings in King David Psalms. The sweet psalmist gives a new perspective of David through the Psalms he wrote and time as a shepherd where it all started, and complicated and turbulent relationship with King Saul. It's a story of love, betrayal, repentance, and more. Check out The Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner. Amazon, keyword Sweet Psalmist, Serena Wagner. Also brought to you by Hayitan Music, including the smash hit Baby Come Back, and appearing August 25th in Los Angeles. Listen for the tales and HayitanMusic.com. Also, take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Follow us on all social media and also on 40 podcast platforms, heard in other countries, Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise, t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies. Makes great gifts. Amazon.com. Check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, Amazon.com/Mia Wilsonzia, books and more. And also subscribe and support us on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We heard the multi-talented, viral, and emerging 16-year-old country sensation, born and raised in New Hampshire, Malachi Gagnon, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we get to your music, think about me. You spent some time in Tampa, and that's where it all started. Tell us about your journey from New Hampshire to Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, I grew up in New Hampshire, lived there for 10 years of my life. It's my favorite place on earth. I love it. It's home. But I did move to Florida when I was 12, I think, right after I started doing music. Moved there, maybe a little before, I forget. And yeah, I love Tampa. I love the Tampa area. It's an amazing area. A lot of good opportunities. I met my producer, Spencer Bradham, there, and him and his best friend are my videographers, Drake Sweet. They've done literally everything except for 2 songs which I wrote in Nashville with David Ray Stevens. Yeah,
so I did. You were in Nashville a little bit. You were in Nashville for a little bit. Okay.
I just visited. I did some songs with David Ray Stevens, who wrote with Jelly Roll. He wrote "Save Me" and "Son of a Sinner" and Phil Mosley. I mean, just some great guys. But I did meet. Yeah, I met Spencer over there, and we've done every song other than those 2 with him, and all the music videos I've done were directed and produced by Spencer. So it's really cool to have found that studio, Clear Track Studios, out there in Clearwater, which is really close to Tampa. It was just a blessing. It was really amazing, and being able to do my first couple of shows out there at the Strawberry Festival for one, which is a huge opportunity. I mean, I remember going and visiting it the year before I played there and being like, I pointed at the tent and I pointed at the stage and I said, "That's where I'm playing."
Oh, nice! You predicted very well.
I couldn't believe it. I told my dad. I said, "Dad, I'm playing there next year." He goes, "All right, let's see it." So I showed them all. I was like, "Let's do it." No one doubted, but I did in my head be like, I was like, "All right, let's pretend they're doubting me so that I can be like, all right, we did it."
How do you like that? Your first 2 appearances and playing 150, 300, 500. I mean, what a debut right there. And of course, we already did talk about Craving Me, Psychopath, and let's talk about some of the others as well. Some are Love and also Haunt My Dreams, No Thanks to You, and some are Love and also Here I Am, along with Without You, She Will, On My Mind. And tell us more about those songs and what inspired you to write them.
I've always had an admiration for country music. Like I mentioned earlier, it's always been this huge part in my life. Growing up, that's all I listened to really. And I also had a huge love for the pop feel. But what I really loved about country music was its writing style and how real it was, which you don't often get in pop music. And so I did what a lot of people did. I merged the 2. And I made Craving Me. It was a little more pop than country, and I recognize that. But I still respect it. It's such a great song, especially for a first song, I think. And then it was a kind of a jump from that to kind of a darker song, Psychopath. Which surprised a couple people when I wrote it, but it's still about the same relationships and stuff. And I think all of my songs are about relationships. Yeah. They're all about relationships. I have a couple love songs, so it's not all breakups.
Okay, so it's all relationship and love as well. And are there other themes that you write about besides relationships and love?
Yeah, I have not my next song. Sorry, I have in September a song releasing. It's called "Reason to Live." It's about my friend Ethan, who passed away almost 3 years ago now.
Oh wow!
He took his own life. Thank you. He took his own life, and I've taken the time since that to write a song. I've written probably 15 other songs that, said what I wanted to say, but almost weren't the right words.
Right.
But I felt like I needed to express. And so I waited, and a couple months ago, I sat down in my bed and I just started writing whatever came to mind, and I started writing almost this letter to Ethan
Hmm.
of what I wish I could have expressed to him had I known what he was going through, if I knew what the hurt he was feeling. And so I decided to put that song, that an extremely vulnerable song, that I wrote, onto Instagram and TikTok, and the reception of it was incredible. I mean, people
Wow.
were saying like this helped them find closure, or the words that I had written saved them. And I'm crying in school reading these, because like it's such a crazy feeling to think like this song that I wrote, for my friend about his hurt, and for myself for my hurt, reached so many people and
Wow.
helped them with their hurt. And it was just a beautiful, like, beautiful thing to witness, and it was extremely rewarding. And so, I think I've recently kind of pulled towards a more singer songwritery feel, and still keep up, of course, the roots that I have. But I feel like I feel so comfortable right now being able to write like that. And I've received quite a few messages from people saying like it's great that I'm writing like this, because not many people do, or they don't feel comfortable to do it. But I think it's just really a blessing to see the reception of that.
And I think you really stepped up your game right there too, because it is very difficult to write about a song about someone taking their life. That's been a big thing going on as well too, and it's really really hard to do without really stepping toes. And we truly admire you about that. And of course, we'll talk about your song "Think About Me" in just 1 minute. You're listening to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SoundCloud Studios. Brought to you by official sponsor Mike Wagner Show, international roaring author Mia Molson Zia. Also brought to you by Ulam Mythical, a human think tank, and also the Sweet Psalmist by Serena Wagner, based on the life of King David, on Amazon. Keyword Sweet Psalmist Serena Wagner, and How You Time Music featuring Baby Come Back on HowYouTimeMusic.com. We'll be back with multi-talented Malachi Gagnon after this time. We're back in multi-talented Michael Gagnon here on the Mike Wagner Show, the viral and emerging 16-year-old country sensation, with his brand new release, Think About Me, and tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write it.
Yeah, that song is a product of a lot of space and like time alone almost. I took a little break from studio time after writing and producing in Nashville. Summer Love and No Thanks to You. I did some marketing stuff, but I was really just kind of like spending my time writing by myself, and for myself. And this song, it's about feeling this like almost like wonder if they're, it's kind of self-explanatory, but thinking about you when they pass this certain street that you know you used to be at, or if they're really just, if they're thinking about you the way you're still remembering them, right? And I took a kind of a moment between writing and in Nashville and recording these next few songs, and just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. And
Wow.
my favorite one to start with, I think it was a good transition, because like I mentioned, I kind of felt the realist I could be is kind of pulling away from the poppier side of stuff and doing a more grounded feel. And so you can kind of hear the transition between songs like Haunt My Dreams, and which have more um, like like techno stuff, like a little more pop. Trying to think of the right, like almost hip hop elements in it, and
Right.
just did more of a basic. I mean, you know the way, you know, the basics, live instruments and stuff. And so I felt like I wanted to express the real, like, who Malachi is. And so I read that song and I'm like, yeah, I think this is a good song to start with. And so recording that was kind of a passion project. I got a few family members and friends on there singing different parts of it, and singing the woes in the background and stuff. And so it was really cool to, it was a really cool experience to just you know, tone it down a bit, make it a little more real.
And you said you wrote a number of songs that you've did in Nashville and everything else. How many songs have you written so far?
Uh, a lot of songs. I don't know how to
Well,
keep
like
count of that.
50, 75, 100, or something like that?
I would say roughly 200, 250. Not all of them were like fully complete. That's what I have in like a folder in my phone. And then I have some scattered around in notebooks and other folders that I can't find, or whatever. I have papers all around my room
Mhm.
that have words, and I'm like, oh, I could, I forgot about that one. So
and,
I would say, yeah, go ahead.
and make sure the dog doesn't eat the paper. That's for sure. Hackers getting to your phone. Just safeguard those things, will you?
Yeah, I have lots of backup measures to the songs that I have. I've heard stories of people, losing their phones and losing everything.
Oh
And
my
that's a
gosh.
worst nightmare of mine, just because of my music. Like I can lose my text messages. That's not important to me. It's like the music. I like to keep that.
Right, yeah, just have it on paper too. It's just like, I have my things on paper a lot. So there's an example right here. It's like keep everything on paper. At least hackers don't try and get into notebooks, I'll tell you that. So
They can't. They really can't.
exactly, you're right. And of course, in the meantime, where can we find your music at? Especially think about me.
Yeah, it's on anywhere that you stream music. So Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all the basics, and some obscure ones. It's everywhere. It's under Malachi Gagnon. And yeah, and then I'm on social media like Instagram and TikTok under Malachi Gagnon Music.
Okay. All right. So check that out. We'll be playing Think About Me at the end of the audio interview here on the Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you check that. And of course, a couple of things with Malachi Gagnon here on the Mike Wagner Show, and just a few more things as well about Think About Me. What else can we expect in 2024 and beyond?
I have three more songs releasing this year that are fully planned out, um, almost fully. They're all finished, and I'm so excited because these are just I I think my best work. My goal is to progressively get better until I can't, but also to just represent myself really as much as I can. So these next songs certainly do that with Reason to Live. My next song is August 23rd. It's called Stay. That'll be out everywhere. I'm really excited for that one. It's probably my favorite I've written ever. And so I'm really, really, really excited for that one.
And I'm certainly excited.
I'm
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say it's just those three songs right now, and then I'm planning more studio time. I'm really focusing on senior year right now, and that's a priority of mine. And living, you know, my teenage years and going into college and getting ready for that, and sort of a important transitioning period.
And I think when you get out of school with more music and everything, and just a couple more things, Malachi, who do you consider biggest influence in a career?
Um, my dad is probably my biggest influence. Kind of just his strive to always push through any adversity is I admire that extremely. And he's always been there next to me in the studio and supporting me as much as possible. And it really is amazing. And then I'd say music wise, um, Noah Khan is an artist who's, I mean, blowing up right now. But he's been a really big influence, especially I saw him live in Montreal, and
Nice.
he's from 30 minutes down the road from me, and it's kind of like a cool, you see this kid from right where you grew up in a small town, and it's like, oh, okay, like I want to, like if he's doing this, I want to do it too. Like that's really cool to see some kid from down the road just doing incredible things, and so it's I'd say he is definitely one of my bigger influences.
And certainly indeed as well, too. And I'm sure everybody's looking forward to seeing on the big stage. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
I'd say surround yourself with people who care about you and love you for who you are and will support you no matter how many times you fall. And just be confident in who you are, really. Just, continue to love yourself.
Right, and that's the most important thing as well, too. Very important. We're really multi-talented Michael Gagnon of Think About Me here on the Mike Wagner Show. Michael Malachi, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. And what's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people purchase or check out your music? Especially Think About Me.
Yeah, I'm on social media under Malachi Gagnon Music. So Instagram and TikTok are my two biggest. I'm most active on Instagram. And my music is anywhere that you listen to it under my name, Malachi Gagnon.
All right. Difficulties here. Soon. Keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Glad to have you back. Wish you all the best. And Malachi, you definitely have a great future ahead of you.
Thank you so much for having me.